I'm Joey. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I have the body of a 30-year-old, the bicep of a 90-year-old, and my tries make me want to cry. I was a fat little kid. I got called names until I was about 14. I decided enough already, and I went on a crash diet. I lost 70 pounds in 3 months. I went from a 34 to a 27-inch waist, and that created a whole new person in Joey. I don't know, I became someone, I came alive. So I think I was about 24. I entered a couple of pageants, Mr. Massachusetts and Mr. America. After I won Mr. Greater New England in 1986, people started contacting me to coach them, and 7 out of 8 of my women became Miss Massachusetts, Mrs. Massachusetts. That was my life. In 2012, I wasn't feeling right. I went to my doctor and we had tons of tests. We did everything. And finally, he said, Joey, you have cancer. It's lymphoma. It's somewhat treatable, and I think you're going to be okay. I went through about a year of chemo. I actually never missed a tanning appointment. True story. So before the chemo, I was maintaining a weight of about 150 pounds. After, I went down to 118 pounds. So I went to my doctor, and he said my muscle mass got affected by the chemo. After the year of working out, doing the protein, doing everything I could, I finally gained 7 pounds back, and my arms are still small. I decided to get a little silicone implant in my bicep to give me a little bulk because I'm so self-conscious about my arms. I found a doctor in Florida who seemed to be an expert in male implants. When I took the bandages off my arms, my left bicep seemed to develop a lot of fluid. I had to have it drained 4 times, and then it started to shrink, and it looked like it was getting sucked in. I looked like Popeye and olive oil. I didn't know what to do, so I called the doctor, and I said to him, have you ever seen anything like this before? He said, no. He said the only way I would know how to fix that is to put fat into your arm to maybe break up the scar tissue and give it some volume. I went back to have the fat transferred, and I decided I'm gonna go for the gold. I'm gonna get tricep implants too while I'm here. My arms were still very skinny. I thought people make mistakes. Work is not always up to par. And he, as a matter of factly, just casually said, okay. And I said, please don't make them too big. I said, I'm a tiny guy. And I went through the procedure. That night, I looked at my arm. My left bicep seemed to develop 3 little balls of fat like lumps. And my triceps are so big, I think maybe he ordered a thigh implant instead of a tri. I wrote him a letter, sent him pictures. I never heard back from him. It's so important to me right now to get back to where I was before I started chemo. And I'm back in the gym every single day. I am always wearing compression garments. I don't go out without them. I'm the only guy on the nude beach wearing something, being covered up, and it's my arms.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Ready to get it going?
I am.
We have to take the armbands off. We have to take them off.
Okay, only because I like you. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wow.
They just got totally screwed up. People are staring at me. It's not my imagination. In their defense, I would be looking at someone who had these things growing out of their arms too. I'm very self-conscious.
You have a good frame. Traps, chest, you have good definition. And I can see why you definitely want to get that fixed.
Yeah. I work hard. I really need these doctors to help me. At this point, I have to get on with my life. I'm getting healthier. Hopefully they can smooth out my arm, fix the scar tissue, the encapsulation, the triceps. Maybe they can give me one that fits my body.
The next patient is someone we wouldn't normally see in our practice. His name's Joey. He's very into fitness, but he had a medical condition which caused him to lose a lot of muscle mass. So he started getting these muscle implants.
Oh.
Which normally we don't treat because we'd rather people go to the gym. But he's having a problem, so let's see him and see if we can help him.
Can you please send in Joey? Joey, hi.
Hi,
Dr.
nice to meet you.
Hi, Joey. Terry
Hi,
Dubrow.
it's a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Look at that tan on you.
Yeah.
Always.
You guys, you know, actually, you got a tan almost like that, but you
I
like
was
doing
just
that.
on vacation.
I thought Terry was dark when he got that tan. Nah, Joey beats him by a mile.
Tell us your journey with body implants.
I was Mr. New England in 1986.
Was that a bodybuilding contest?
No, it was like a male version of Miss America. I mean, it was...
Oh, beauty pageant.
It was, yes. It was in a swimsuit, formal wear.
They did that for men?
No
Yeah,
kidding.
there's a Mr. America.
Paul could be Mr. Universe, not for his looks, but for the size of his ass. Could you imagine him in the bikini portion of the contest? Imagine him just spilling out over a mankini.
Terry's just jealous because I'm pageant material. If we both were in Speedos right now, I would look a lot better than you. Except for my abs. I have my chest, but my lower half, I'm gonna say I beat you. Lower half.
Sorry, Paul, but it's all or nothing. Just because you think you have nice calves, you're not Mr. Beverly Hills.
Before I did the implants, I had cancer.
What kind of cancer?
It was lymphoma.
Okay.
I went from 155 to 118.
Wow.
Everybody thought I was dying.
You're totally in remission now?
Everything's good, everything.
How many years has it been?
4. So I went to my doctor. He said, lost muscle mass, bone density. So I did my research and I found this doctor. I liked his work.
What part of the body?
My biceps, because my arms are skinny.
So that's the operation you had first. Mm-hmm. So what was the result of that?
So I developed fluid. He took the fluid out twice.
When you put an implant in and fluid continues to accumulate, that's called a seroma. Can be a difficult problem to fix.
And he said to me, the only way I know how to fix that, you have to gain 8 pounds and I'll suck the fat out and put it back in.
Yeah.
She had fat grafted in your arm.
Yeah.
And
over an implant.
Well, wait, so it gets better.
Never heard of that.
It gets better, wait.
Yeah, there's a reason you never heard
So
of
I
that.
thought, tricep implants.
Wait, you're having a problem with the biceps.
So while I was there,
they put tricep implants.
I said to him, do me a favor, make sure they just accent the bicep. I said, I don't want any, just a little. Anyway, long story short.
They're huge.
Oh my God.
When you have a complication, you should deal with the complication and not do an additional procedure at the same time. Your main issue now sounds like you're having a problem with the contour of the left bicep and your triceps are too big. What would you like to happen theoretically?
Just want normal looking arms.
So you want normal looking arms that are a little bigger than normal?
So he wants implants.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go in and examine you, but I want to plant this thought in the back of your head, all right? Plastic surgery procedures, the common ones, the top 10, they have about a 5% complication rate. When you go to the unconventional, like body implants, they have a complication rate way over 35%. The reason guys like us don't do this kind of surgery is because the risks outweigh the benefits. The complication rate is prohibitive. In order to figure out what the best options are, let's go do an exam, okay? All right, let's go.
Starting to sound like Dr. Dubrow may not be able to help me. I'll be devastated if not. I don't know where I'm going to turn.
So this is a bicep implant here. How was this put in?
Underneath.
Through the armpit. And then the tricep implant? You know what's interesting? You've got really good muscular development here. These aren't implants at all, right?
No.
So if you've developed these so beautifully, why can't you develop your own natural triceps? Let me see this one. So this is the problem area, yes?
Oh.
Go like this. Interesting, this weird looks more unnatural to me than this one.
Oh, this one's not good either. This one's cutting in my armpit.
Yeah, this one's way displaced. So this one actually does have a complication called malposition. And then these, although they're in place and they're stable, they're very big and very projecting. It's not that, to me, it's not they're so wide, it's they're so tall. If I was Joey, I would just take them out and do some work in the gym. Take these out. Enough of the complications. Implants aren't working for you. Come on, you're a smart guy.
I just can't imagine going back to the 2 skinny arms that I had before this whole thing happened. The one that's cutting in my arm doesn't bother me.
You want to keep this one even though it's malpositioned and in your armpit? The nerves in your armpit are called the brachial plexus. They control all the movement and sensation in your arms. Those are migrating up into your armpit and ultimately may cause motor nerve injury and atrophy of your hands. And then if that happens, then you'll lose the ability to lift weights in order to maximize the muscular development in your arms. I don't think it's that he can't build muscle. I think he has unrealistic expectations. Over time, this situation is going to get worse. Here's what we could help you with. We can take the implant out, release the scar tissue, take the capsule out surrounding the implant, and then that'll allow everything to sort of heal okay and look better. What do you think?
I think you gave me some good information, and I think I really have some thinking to do. I came here thinking Dr. Dubrow can replace the implants, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to sleep on it, and we'll see what happens.
All right, well, you think about it, and we'll reconvene and talk about it and see what you've decided maybe
Sounds
later.
good to me.
All right, buddy. All right.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
I'm Joey. I'm here for my surgery with Dr. Dubrow. After talking to Dr. Dubrow, I thought about it, I slept on it, and I decided to take out the 2 triceps. And I'm also going to get the bicep that had the encapsulation taken out, and he's going to fix the scar tissue. I am leaving the 1 bicep in, although it is pressing on the nerve. I need to look good just to make myself feel good. But if I build up, that will also come out sometime.
For someone who's so concerned about proportionality of the body, you're gonna have a much smaller bicep and 1 large right bicep. In other words, worse than you were in your original preoperative situation.
It's like living in a house that's not completely built. This is only the stepping stone for me. I'm going somewhere. We need to do this now to get to where I'm headed.
Okay. I will begin Joey's surgery by entering through his previous scars under his armpits and remove his tricep implants. I will then proceed to his left bicep, releasing the capsule and skin before taking out the implant. Finally, I will assess the underlying muscle for atrophy and hopefully come to an understanding why Joey is having such trouble building muscle. Joey.
How are you?
Hi.
How are you, my man?
Hey, guys. How are you?
How do you feel?
No pain pills, nothing. I feel so much better without those tricep implants. I had 2 boulders in my arms, so I actually feel normal. I feel lighter.
Squeeze my fingers. Good. Squeeze my fingers. Good. Open your hands like this. Good. Joey's nerves are working well, so I'm really relieved. Let's look and see what it looks like. It's got good looking arms. By the way, look how much better this looks now.
Yes, I see that. My arm is thin. It's back to what it was, but the good news is it looks healthy again.
I inspected this bicep. This bicep is completely normal. I'm not sure you're actually training properly. I have a trainer, okay? And this trainer puts me through the mill and he makes me do everything just perfectly so that the changes I want to make, I'm able to make.
Dr. Dubrow, I will take your trainer any day.
The only thing I do have to ask you guys a question. You know, the decision to leave 1 implant in?
We had a long talk about it.
If I can develop, I'll take this one out.
And if you can't, you're going to put that in to
Yes.
match that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's why you left
But
it
not
in.
the triceps.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
that
no,
makes me
no.
happy.
I
You're
would
done
do-
with the triceps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully he'll call me up. Hey, Dr. Dubrow, can you remove my other implant? And the answer is yes. But in the meantime, your job is to heal. That's all you have to do.
Sounds good to me. I have a lot of hope. I'm going to give it my all. I want a big arm again. I'm going to have a big arm again. This has been quite a journey for me. When you have cancer, I think you have to find your own strength. And for me, it was getting the implants put in. But I ended up with 4 malpositioned implants. I just couldn't walk around without a compression garment covering it. I had to do something. And now I feel like myself again. I can be Joey again. After the chemo, I lost so much muscle mass that I didn't think it was ever going to come back. And Dr. Dubrow thought enough time has gone by that it's going to happen. And you know what? I think it's happening. I am shedding my armbands along with everything else. I love being naked. And now that my implants are out, I can be naked and happy and comfortable and enjoy this beautiful weather. This is all me. No more armbands. I never want to see another one again. Before my surgery, no one was buying tickets to this gun show. I had a contracted bicep implant and 2 ridiculously large tricep implants. But now, thanks to Dr. Dubrow, this gun show is sold out. I am so happy that I am glowing. And it's not because of the tanning. Well, maybe a little bit. I'm on top of the world. I just feel like I can conquer anything.